Hey guys, tonight we thought we would do a update of some of our SPS pieces that we have, and these frag tanks, I have a much harder time with algae control in these, and I don't know if it's because I don't have tangs in there or what, but you guys are going to have to overlook some of that. It is getting better. I've definitely improved this one quite a bit. Part of the way I improved it was I have this hang on the back UV sterilizer, and it really seems to have helped. But I'll show you what we've got. So these are the pink lemonades that we had on the top of the cave in our other tank. If you look closely, you'll also see I struggle with dino in this tank. And I don't know why, because my nutrients aren't low. They're not high, but they're not low. But if I keep that UV sterilizer running, it keeps it at bay. Anyway, this is a bird's nest that I got from another reefer, and it has grown really well. It's a bright green. But that pink lemonade, until recently, because of all the fluconazole we've given to this tank, it just hasn't grown real well. But it has exploded in the last 2 months, and I think it's going to be a full colony soon. And I'm also realizing that I don't think what we had was really bryopsis, or if we did, it wasn't much. I think a lot of it's just these tanks are harder to keep the algae out of, this frag tank. But I never understood why I had it in the frag tank and not in the main tank. But apparently that's just the way it is. This is that Walt Disney, and we had it in the other tank, and it has never been real happy since we moved it here. You can see the pieces of algae that grow all along the edges. But it is starting to color up, and it's starting to grow. So I'm hopeful it'll explode soon, just like the pink lemonade did. And then this is the Matte V Rainbow Envy, and it's not colored up well yet, but you can see that it's got a polyp right on the top that's starting to get that red coloration that they're kind of known for. And it's definitely gotten really big compared to when we first got it, because it was just one little frag when we got it. That's going to be a really beautiful one once it gets going. And then this is our new home wrecker. Since we lost the other one when we moved everything over here, it just didn't appreciate being moved. So this one we just recently purchased. It was just beautiful, but they always lose some color when you move them. So it's definitely lost some color from what it was when we purchased it. I'm going to try to get it focused well. It's really hard. This camera's just not ideal. In fact, I think I'm going to pass the camera to Emily because she's a little better. But she won't narrate because she's shy. So I will have to try to let her run the camera, and I'm going to talk. But anyway, we picked this one up at a local frag swap, and it was the prettiest home wrecker I've ever seen as far as a frag goes. But like I said, it's definitely paled out a little bit since we moved it in here. I think it's starting to color back up, but I don't know. It seems like to me also these really don't color up until they start to form a colony. None of the SPS do. And then if we move to the right, this is that tiny, or it was the tiny Palmer's Blue Millie, and it has just really grown well. This is one of my favorites now. It's got so much movement, and it's just a deep cobalt blue. So hopefully soon we'll be able to take some frags of this one, but I'm not ready to cut it yet. It's just too pretty. Then if we move to the left, you can see this is one we got for free from Worldwide Coral in the back by the blue pump. There you go. That's called a Worldwide Coral Bikini Navini. And of course, it's not the most beautiful piece in the world, but it's nice. It kind of reminds me of a bonsai without as much color. And of course, this is one that survived all our bad stuff, so one of my least favorites, but that's okay. It's growing well. It doesn't seem to be a very fast grower, but it is starting to grow. And then to the left of that is our pink Floyd, and it has really picked up growth. This whole right side is a new branch that's come out, and then actually a lot of the left side. This thing was about 1 inch when we got it, but for us it's been a really slow grower. Most of our SPS has. I think it's because we haven't done the best at keeping these, but definitely we're getting better at it, and they're starting to grow faster. And then behind that is a yellow tips, and it's starting to grow really well. And then up front here is, that's a PC rainbow I just got. It's not colored up very well at all, but hopefully soon it'll start growing and we'll get some color to that. And then to the left of that's a piece of that Mega Man in the back. And this is one we got on a live sale from Frag House Corals. It's called a Frag House Coral Mega Man. It's green with blue tips. You can't really tell the blue from the camera, but it's got almost a glowing blue tip with kind of a green Slimer looking body. Not quite as bright of a green as the green Slimer. And then up front is my bubblegum Digi. This is my favorite one right now, just because I love the shape of this thing, and it's a big colony, so it looks pretty. Emily doesn't like it much, but I love it. And then if you look to the left, this is a new Millie that we got. We got that for 20 bucks when we bought that that Goniapora from TCK Corals, and this was just, we had to have $20 more spent to get free shipping, so we bought this. Not bad. It's supposed to be blue. I don't know if it'll color more than this or if that's the final blue color we get. Hopefully it'll get a little more blue or a little more colorful. Anyways, it's kind of a plain looking coral right now. And then behind that's our solar flare, and this thing just doesn't want to grow. It's colored up really well, but it has not grown much for us. I'm hoping that as we keep things stable, it's going to do better and start picking up the growth, but definitely a pretty color. And then all these to the left are just stylos and green Slimers and bird's nests. I've been trying to gradually sell those off. I've sold a whole bunch of them, but they grow so fast that I still have a ton. And I think that is all the SPS we have left. I have several on my want list. I want to get the Cherry Corals pink highlighter, and I would like to get, I don't know, several other pieces. I have to make a list again of all my favorites, but that's definitely the top one I have right now that I'd like to get. And I love Millies, so any Millie that's real colorful, I'd like to try. So I think that's it for now. Please like, subscribe, and comment. If you guys have any idea how to keep better control of this algae, I put a ton of urchins in here, and that has helped a lot. But I just can't figure out why I have algae in this tank and not in the main display. And it gives me fits. But definitely getting a little better. So I think that's it. Until next time.